My girlfriend laughed and said, "You're so paranoid, he's just a friend," while deleting texts right in front of me. I said, "Perfect, then you won't mind being single," and walked out. She followed me to the car, screaming that I was overreacting. I, 28 male, was sitting on the couch last Thursday night when it happened. My girlfriend Maya, 26, was next to me, texting away on her phone like she'd been doing constantly for the past few weeks. We'd been together almost 3 years, living together for 1. "Who are you texting?" I asked casually, not even looking up from the TV. She immediately tilted her phone away. "Just Liam from work? He's asking about tomorrow's presentation. At 10:30 p.m.? About work, right? Kinda late for work stuff, isn't it?" That's when she laughed. Not a normal laugh, but that condescending one that makes you feel 2 inches tall. "You're so paranoid, he's just a friend." And then, right in front of me, I watched her thumb swipe up and delete the entire conversation thread. Not subtle, not trying to hide it, just deleted it while maintaining eye contact with me. Something inside me just clicked off, like a switch. "Perfect," I said, standing up. "Then you won't mind being single." Her face went from smug to shocked in about half a second. "What, babe, what are you talking about?" I walked to our bedroom, grabbed my overnight bag from the closet, and started throwing essentials in it. She followed me, her voice getting higher. "Marcus, you're being ridiculous. It's nothing. I deleted it because I knew you'd overreact." "If it's nothing, why delete it?" I asked, grabbing my phone charger. "Because you get jealous. Like right now, you're literally packing a bag over texts." "No, Maya, I'm packing a bag because you're deleting texts right in front of me and laughing about my concerns." She followed me through the apartment as I gathered my stuff. Laptop, some clothes, toiletries. The whole time she's alternating between calling me paranoid and insisting Liam means nothing. When I headed for the door, she grabbed my arm. "You can't just leave. We live together. You're throwing away 3 years over nothing." "No, you threw it away when you decided I was too stupid to notice what's going on." I made it to my car, but she followed, now in full panic mode. Started screaming in the parking lot that I was overreacting, that I was crazy, that the neighbors were watching. She actually yelled, "This is exactly why I delete things, because you act like this." The logic there was something. I got in my car and she literally stood behind it so I couldn't back out. Had to inch backward slowly while she screamed about how I was going to ruin everything over my insecurities. Finally, got out of the parking lot and drove to my buddy Jake's place. He didn't even ask questions, just handed me a beer and pointed to the couch. That night, my phone blew up. Missed calls, texts, the works. My favorite was, "I can't believe you'd traumatize me like this in front of our neighbors. When you calm down and want to act like an adult, I'll be waiting for your apology." My apology. That's rich. Blocked her number and crashed on Jake's couch. The apartment lease is in my name only, thank God, but she's been living there for 2 years. Gonna have to figure out next steps, but right now I'm just done. We'll update when I figure out what comes next. Update 1, 3 days later. Okay, so the entitlement has reached new heights. Staying at Jake's has been a blessing because what's been happening at Pumph. My apartment is insane. First, let me address some stuff. Yes, the lease is only in my name. When Maya moved in, she was between jobs and couldn't qualify for the lease. I'd been living there solo for a year before she moved in. She's never paid rent directly. We had an arrangement where she covered groceries and utilities, while I handled rent. Worked fine until, the whole deleting texts while laughing at me thing. Saturday morning, 2 days after I left, I get a call from my building manager, Robert. Great guy, we've always been cool. "Hey Marcus, just wanted to check. Did you authorize Maya to change the locks?" "Wait, what?" "Yeah, she's here with a locksmith. Says you lost your keys and asked her to handle it." "Robert, we broke up. I moved out temporarily. She has zero authority to change anything." "That's what I thought. I'll handle it." I could hear Maya in the background yelling about safety and how I abandoned her. Robert shut that down real quick, reminding her that she's not on the lease and has no authority to modify the property. But it gets better. Since I blocked her number, she started using other people's phones. Her best friend Sophia called me Saturday afternoon. "Sophia, Marcus, what you're doing is abusive." "Excuse me?" Leaving Maya alone in that apartment with no warning? She's terrified. She doesn't feel safe. She's terrified of what exactly? Being single? You know she has anxiety. How could you just abandon her like that? Me, Sophia, she was deleting texts from another guy while laughing at me. I'm done. Liam is gay, Marcus. He's literally gay. You threw away your relationship because you're insecure about a gay man. Now that was news. Funny how that crucial detail never came up during any of Maya's "he's just a friend" speeches. Also funny how that explains absolutely nothing about the secretive texting and deleting. Me, if he's gay, why delete the texts? Because you're controlling. She knew you'd find a way to make it a problem. I'm hanging up now. Then Sunday happened. Apparently Maya decided that if she couldn't change the locks, she'd just invite people to move in. I got another call from Robert. Maya had shown up with some random dude and a U-Haul, claiming he was her new roommate who would be taking over my portion of the rent. She actually tried to add someone to my lease without me. Robert shut that down too, bless him. Told her any changes to occupancy need to go through me. The guy with the U-Haul was apparently Liam himself, the gay friend who was ready to move into my apartment within 72 hours of me leaving. Totally normal friend behavior, right? The texts from various numbers kept coming. Her mom, Marcus, honey, Maya is distraught. Whatever happened, you two can work it out. Don't throw away love over a misunderstanding. Her sister, you're a piece of trash. Maya deserves better than some insecure loser. Unknown number. Definitely Maya. I'll give you one chance to come back and discuss this like adults. After that, I'm done waiting for you to grow up. The audacity of that last one sent Jake into a coughing fit from laughing. But here's where I decided to take actual action. Monday morning, I took a sick day from work and went to handle business. Went to the apartment while Maya was at work. Used my key to enter my apartment. Started packing all my stuff. Gaming setup, my TV from the living room, my kitchen appliances, yeah. The nice espresso machine and KitchenAid mixer were mine, my furniture from the office, basically everything I bought. 2. While packing, I found something interesting in the bedroom, a men's watch on my nightstand. Definitely not mine. Took a photo of it, left it there. 3. Called the utility companies. All utilities were in my name since I'd set them up. Scheduled them all for disconnection in 30 days. The legal notice period. Maya would need to set up new accounts in her name if she wanted to keep living there. 4. Sent Maya a formal text from a Google Voice number. This is notice that I will not be renewing the lease when it expires in 45 days. As you are not a tenant on the lease, this serves as your 30-day notice to vacate. All utilities will be disconnected in 30 days. Please make alternative arrangements. The explosion was immediate. Robert called within an hour. Maya was in the leasing office, crying, demanding to be added to the lease, claiming she had squatter's rights. She doesn't. Threatening to sue for illegal eviction. It's not. And then, the real kicker. Monday evening, Liam posts on Instagram. A selfie in my apartment, on my couch. Well, what used to be my couch. I took it that morning. With the caption, "Home is where the heart is." Gay friend, my ass. Tuesday morning, yesterday, I lawyered up, got a consultation with a tenant attorney just to make sure I'm doing everything by the book. She confirmed I'm within my rights as the sole leaseholder to give notice to a month-to-month occupant, which is what Maya legally is. The lawyer also suggested documenting everything, so I've been screenshotting all the texts, saving voicemails, downloading Liam's social media posts. Oh, and that formal notice I sent? Maya responded with a novel-length text about how I'm financially abusing her, how she's invested 3 years into this home, how I'm being vindictive and cruel, and my personal favorite. Liam was going to help with rent because you abandoned me, but you're too insecure to see I was trying to solve the problem you created. The problem I created, by leaving after she deleted messages while laughing at me. Sure. Jake thinks I should post the Instagram photo of Liam in my apartment on social media with the caption, "Just a gay friend helping out." But I'm taking the high road, for now. We'll update after I see how the 30-day notice plays out. Something tells me Maya's not going quietly. Update 2, 2 weeks later. The entitlement escalation has been absolutely spectacular. I genuinely didn't think it could get worse. But Maya and her crew have proven me wrong. Buckle up. This is a long one. First, the gay friend narrative completely imploded. Turns out Liam's ex-boyfriend found his Instagram post from my apartment and commented, "Weird, you told me you were staying with your sister after we broke up. Whose apartment is this?" The comment was deleted within hours, but not before several mutual friends saw it. Suddenly Maya's story changed from "he's gay" to "his sexuality is fluid and none of your business." Sure, Jan. So here's what's happened in the 2 weeks since serving notice. Maya started a full-scale social media assault, posted a series of Instagram stories about narcissistic exes and financial abuse. The best one was a photo of the empty living room since I took my furniture, with the caption, "He took everything and left me with nothing. This is what 3 years meant to him." What she didn't mention, she was sitting on her couch that she brought from her old place. I only took my stuff. But why let facts ruin a good victim story? Her friends started commenting on old photos of us with things like, "You deserve better, queen," and "He never deserved you." One of her coworkers actually DM'd me saying I was abusive for making her homeless. These people really thought I should have just kept paying for her to live with her new boyfriend. Last Monday, I'm at work when I get a call from reception saying I have visitors. Go down to find Maya's parents in the lobby. Her dad, Carl, and mom Patricia. They'd driven 2 hours to talk sense into me. "Carl, son, we need to discuss this situation man to man." Me, "There's nothing to discuss. Maya and I are done." "Marcus, sweetheart, Maya made a mistake. We all make mistakes. You're destroying her life over texts." "I'm not destroying anything. I'm choosing not to renew my lease and gave her legal notice. She's an adult." "So you're just gonna throw her out on the street after 3 years? Me, "She has 30 days to find a place. That's more than legally required." Patricia started crying. Actually crying. We didn't raise her to be homeless. She can't afford that apartment alone. Then maybe she should have thought about that before moving her gay friend in while we were still together. The masks slipped for a second. They knew about Liam. The look they exchanged said everything. But Carl recovered quickly. "Carl, whatever happened between you two, making her homeless is cruel. Be a man and at least help her transition." I stood up. "She's not homeless. She's been given notice. There's a difference. And being a man means not subsidizing my ex's new relationship. Have a safe drive home." Security had to escort them out when they wouldn't leave. They kept yelling about how I'd regret this and I was not the man they thought I was. Wednesday, I get a text from that Google Voice number, forwarded from Maya. "I'm willing to forgive you for the way you've acted if you 1. Continue paying rent for 3 more months while I find a place. 2. Leave the utilities in your name until I'm settled. 3. Return the furniture you stole. 4. Give me the security deposit since I've been maintaining the apartment." I actually laughed out loud. She's willing to forgive me? The lawyer had a field day with that one. She drafted a response. "Miss Maya's last name, your request has been reviewed. As previously stated, you have until date to vacate. No additional accommodations will be made. The furniture removed belonged to Mr. My Name. The security deposit will be handled per the lease agreement between Mr. My Name and the property management. Regards." That's when things got really crazy. Friday evening, Jake and I are having beers when I get rapid-fire calls from my apartment complex. There's been a disturbance. Apparently, Maya threw a goodbye party and invited like 40 people. In my apartment. Music blasting, people everywhere. But here's the kicker. She was charging admission. Telling people it was a fundraiser to help her with her unlawful eviction by her abusive ex. She was running a paid party in my apartment. Robert was pissed. Noise complaints from multiple units, unauthorized commercial activity, over-occupancy violations. The cops showed up. Most people scattered when they arrived, but Maya went full Karen mode, screaming about her rights and how she lives here. The cops asked for her ID. Guess whose address is on her license? Her parents' house, 2 hours away. She never officially changed it. When they asked for proof of residency, she couldn't provide any. No lease, no utilities, nothing in her name. Robert served her with a 3-day notice to cure or quit based on the lease violations. Basically, she just accelerated her own eviction. My lawyer was practically giddy when I told her. "Remember Liam? Well, Saturday morning, he shows up at Jake's apartment. Jake's apartment. How he found it, I don't know. Probably Maya. He wanted to man talk about the situation, said I was being unreasonable, and that Maya was just trying to find stability after I abandoned her. Stability? With you? Look, what Maya and I have is complicated. It's not complicated. She was my girlfriend. Now she's not. You want to live with her? Great. Find your own place. Do you know how hard it is to find affordable housing right now? That sounds like a you problem. Then he tried to get tough, stepped closer, lowered his voice. You're really going to regret not being reasonable about this. Jake, who's 6'3" and built like a linebacker, stood up from the couch. Everything good here? Liam left real quick after that. As of today, Maya has 7 days left on the original 30-day notice. She also has to address the 3-day cure or quit notice from the party. The apartment is apparently trashed from her party. Robert sent me photos. So glad I documented the condition when I left. She's now claiming I set her up with the party situation. Her parents are threatening to sue me for something. They keep changing what for. Liam has been posting passive-aggressive quotes about karma on his Instagram. My lawyer says everything is going perfectly from a legal standpoint. The party was a gift. Clear lease violations that justify faster eviction if needed. The documentation of Liam essentially living there helps too. Oh, and the best part? Remember that men's watch I found and photographed? It showed up in the background of one of Liam's home is where the heart is photos from my apartment. Same watch, same nightstand. Timestamp from when Maya and I were still together. Just a gay friend, indeed. Final update coming once she's officially out. Something tells me she's not going quietly into that good night. Final update, 1 month later. Well, it's over, and the ending was even more spectacular than I imagined. Grab a drink for this one. Maya did not, in fact, go quietly. The day before her notice was up, she hired a moving truck. Not to move out. Oh no, that would be too simple. She hired it to make it look like she was moving while actually trying to establish some kind of residency claim. Robert called me. Marcus, she's got a truck here, but she's moving stuff in. Turns out Maya had gotten furniture from Goodwill and was having Liam help her move it into the apartment, then take photos to prove she'd been living there all along with her stuff. She was literally trying to stage a fake life to show a judge. My lawyer shut that down with one phone call to the property management's legal team. They sent their maintenance supervisor to document everything. The lease violations from the party, plus this attempted fraud, meant she was done, but she didn't know that yet. The morning of her last day, I had to go to the apartment to do the final walkthrough with Robert. My lawyer advised being present. What I found was interesting. Maya had painted one wall bright purple, lease violation, no unauthorized modifications. Removed all the cabinet doors in the kitchen. Superglued the bedroom doors shut. Poured what looked like an entire bottle of maple syrup on the bathroom floor. Left rotting food in the unplugged refrigerator. She was sitting in the middle of the living room when we arrived, surrounded by the Goodwill furniture, fake crying on Instagram Live. This is what he's doing to me. Making me homeless. Look at how I've been living. Robert looked at me. I looked at my lawyer. Yes, I brought her. She looked at Robert. Miss Maya, you need to vacate now. Any damage will be documented and charged to you. I'm not leaving. I have rights. That's when she made the ultimate mistake. She stood up, grabbed a lamp, and threw it at the wall, on Instagram Live, in front of witnesses. Robert immediately called the police. Not for eviction, for vandalism and destruction of property. The police arrival. 2 officers showed up within 15 minutes. Maya immediately turned on the waterworks. He's been abusing me. Financial abuse, emotional abuse. I'm scared for my life. Off. Ma'am, are you on the lease? We lived together for 3 years. That's not what I asked. Are you on the lease? He won't let me be on it. Off the 2, ma'am, we have witnesses saying you just threw a lamp at the wall. On live stream. The Instagram Live comments were not on her side. Girl, what are you doing? This is embarrassing. Is that syrup on the floor? Why are the cabinet doors gone? Then Liam showed up, rushed in trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho, immediately started yelling about tenant rights and illegal eviction. Officer 1, sir, who are you? I live here. Robert, no, he absolutely does not. Officer 2, sir, do you have any proof of residency? Maya, tell them. Maya, he's been staying here because Marcus abandoned me. Me, officer, I have photos of his belongings in my apartment from when we were still together, while she was telling me he was just a gay friend. I showed them the photos, the watch, the Instagram posts, the timeline. The officers looked at each other, looked at Maya and Liam, looked at the destroyed apartment. Officer 1, ma'am, you're being arrested for vandalism. Sir, you need to leave the premises immediately. The meltdown was epic. Maya screaming about lawsuits, Liam trying to argue law he learned from TikTok, the Instagram live still rolling as she got cuffed. The viewers were going wild in the comments. The damage to the apartment totaled $3,200, repainting $500. New cabinet doors, $800. Professional cleaning for the syrup-rotting food, $400. New door for the bedroom, $300. Various other repairs, $1,200. She was charged with vandalism and destruction of property, pled down to misdemeanor criminal mischief, got probation, and had to pay restitution. But here's where it gets really good. Remember her parents threatening to sue? They actually tried, hired a lawyer and everything. Sued me for intentional infliction of emotional distress and unlawful eviction. My lawyer's response included the original text thread with Maya laughing at me, all documentation of proper notice, the police report from the party, the arrest report for vandalism, screenshots of Liam's Instagram posts from my apartment, security footage of Maya trying to move furniture in to establish false residency, her Instagram live of her destroying the apartment. Their lawyer dropped the case so fast I think he got whiplash. Probably realized he could face sanctions for filing a frivolous lawsuit. Remember that Instagram live of her getting arrested? It went mini viral in our city. Someone posted it on Twitter with, "This is why you don't cheat and expect to keep the apartment." Maya's narrative completely collapsed. Her own friends were commenting things like, "Maya, this ain't it. You told me he just left for no reason. Girl, you said Liam was gay. Is this really about texts?" She deleted all her social media. Complete scorched earth. Last I heard through the grapevine, Maya moved back with her parents. That criminal record is making it hard to rent anywhere decent. Carl and Patricia apparently gave Liam the "stay away from our daughter" speech when they realized he was why their baby girl got arrested on livestream. Liam posted some shit about toxic situations and knowing your worth before also going social media dark. Someone told me he's couch surfing now. Robert felt so bad about the apartment situation that he actually offered me a different unit in the building at a discount. Upgraded to a 2-bedroom with a better view. Jake helped me move in last weekend. My take: I spent 3 years with someone who looked me in the eye, laughed at my concerns, and deleted evidence of whatever she was doing with another man. When I walked away, she tried to illegally change the locks, attempted to move her side piece into my apartment, threw a paid party that got her a 3-day notice, committed fraud to establish fake residency, destroyed the apartment on livestream, got arrested, had her parents try to sue me, all because she couldn't just be single or honest or take responsibility for anything. The entitlement was staggering. She genuinely believed she deserved to keep living in my apartment with her new boyfriend on my dime after cheating on me. And when that didn't work, she tried to burn it all down, literally, based on that syrup situation. But you know what? I'm good. Better than good. I've got a nicer apartment, zero drama, and a viral video of my ex getting arrested for throwing a tantrum. My only regret is not leaving sooner when the red flags started. To everyone saying I was too harsh, she could have just found a new apartment and moved on. Every single consequence she faced was from her own actions. I just refused to subsidize her bullshit. Thanks for following along on this wild ride. I'm gonna go enjoy my drama-free life in my new apartment. Oh, and Liam, if you're reading this, just because you delete texts doesn't mean people forget, my fluid friend. Enjoy couch surfing.